Good evening. Welcome to Current Affairs. The Parliament session has come to an end. So, over a period of 1 month, there was a Parliament session. There was continuous disruptions in the Parliament, and the focus of opposition to stall the proceedings in the Parliament with respect to discussion regarding the demonetization. The government tried to explain, but the opposition parties were not happy with the explanations. So, unfortunately, there was a complete deadlock between the government and the opposition parties, and the whole winter session of the parliament has been washed out. And the only thing what happened today in the Lok Sabha is that finally, in the Lok Sabha, they could pass a bill, that is the rights of persons with a disability bill. All right. So, except that one, nothing could happen. And the same pandemonium has continued in the Rajya Sabha. And finally, in the Rajya Sabha also, it was adjourned sine die. So this is what exactly happened, and complete disruptions. And obviously, the people once again they have seen the pandemonium and unfortunate disruptions in the parliament. But otherwise, that is a August house for India, and the parliament is considered to be the temple. And there we expect lots of deliberations, discussions, and debates will take place. And finally, you take a decision and implement the decision, so that that will lead to the betterment of the nation. But unfortunately, once again, the disruptions have been repeated. So now, finally, the parliament session has come to an end, and no fruitful things have been taken place. Right? That is the reason why this yesterday it seems the very senior BJP leader, Mr. LK Advani, has expressed his complete dissatisfaction over the functioning of the parliament. Right? So he has seen so many this Lok Sabha sessions in his life, and he has a lot of great experience in the politics. But of course, the people are also frustrated with this. Meaning, I am talking about those people who follow the parliamentary affairs very regularly. And and basically, what happens, sometimes we use the concept. Generally, we use in our discussions. Democracy is becoming a mockery. In fact, democracy is made a mockery. Right. So this mockery is being happening. This is because of the people who are present in the parliament. This is because of the people who are present in the various state legislatures. It is because with lots of hope, the people will elect the representatives. And those representatives are expected to take part in various discussions and deliberations. But instead of that one, continuous disruptions are happening. That is nothing but insulting the people who elected you. Right. So now, but anyways, it has come to an end. And certain fundamental points with respect to this we already know during our polity classes, that the parliament session is summoned by the president and prorogued by the president. Summon means beginning of a session, and prorogue means ending of a session. But in between, what will happen? So many times you might have observed, Lok Sabha has been adjourned, Rajya Sabha has been adjourned. Clear? And this adjournment of the Lok Sabha, that decision is taken by the Speaker, and Rajya Sabha is adjourned by the Chairman of Rajya Sabha. Am I clear? And today, if you observe in Rajya Sabha, the chairperson has declared that Rajya Sabha has been adjourned sine die, right? And that is also done by the so-called the chairman in Rajya Sabha, or the speaker in the Lok Sabha, right? So now I would like to show you one question, very simple question. Of course, I gave you the answer now, but I would like to show you the question, because these are the questions which are asked very frequently in various examinations. And because the parliament session has come to an end, I would like to show you this question, and I'm very sure that all of you, every one of you, my dear friends, you know the answer. But still, I would like to show you this. Look at this. Who of the following prorogues the parliament? A, B, C, D, President of India, Chairman of the Rajya Sabha, Speaker, Minister for Parliamentary Affairs. You know the answer. Answer is A. Right? Next. A. Okay. Now, so I'll show you another question. Please have a look at this. Who of the following is the chairman of Ethics Committee in Lok Sabha? Please read the question. Who of the following is the chairman of Ethics Committee in Lok Sabha? Sumitra Mahajan, Murali Manohar Joshi, L.K. Advani, or Sonia Gandhi? Right. See here in the parliament we have various committees, and one of those committees, rather very important committee in the parliament, is the ethics committee. So this is a committee that is present in Lok Sabha, and similar to this committee in the Lok Sabha, another committee, again it is called ethics committee, also present in Rajya Sabha. So ethics committee of Lok Sabha, ethics committee of Rajya Sabha, both are separate. Meaning, so this is a committee which will look into the unethical attitude of the members. So if a complaint comes to this ethics committee, that committee will look into the unethical activities performed by a member. Accordingly, it will recommend what action has to be taken against the concerned person. All right. For example, here I'll come to this Lok Sabha after a minute. But otherwise, if you look at Rajya Sabha, you must be knowing Vijay Mallya, the Kingfisher, right? You must be knowing, and so many allegations are there against him. He has been accused for frauding, this Indian financial system, and he ran away. But at the time, if you remember, he was a member of the Rajya Sabha. He was a member of the Rajya Sabha, and you need to take some action. That is the reason why when the complaint has been lodged with the ethics committee, and in Rajya Sabha, the ethics committee chairman is the Karan Singh, right? And that ethics committee recommended that Vijay Mallya has to be suspended from membership of the Rajya Sabha. So meaning is simple, that is a fraud which is not at all acceptable and absolutely unethical. Action has to be taken, and this committee, after verifying various facts, it has suggested for taking action against Vijay Mallya. Meaning is simple, in these type of circumstances, the ethics committee will give certain suggestions. Am I clear? So this is about the Rajya Sabha. And if we come back to this Lok Sabha, even in the Lok Sabha also, we have a committee, and the name of the committee is again Ethics Committee of Lok Sabha. Am I clear? Now the question is that who is the chairman of Ethics Committee in Lok Sabha? Answer is L.K. Advani. Right? L.K. Advani is the chairman for this Ethics Committee. Right? And he was a person, this absolutely, this he felt so bad yesterday by looking at the very frequent disruptions that are happening. And it seems that he expressed his anguish by saying that he wished to submit the resignation to the membership of the Lok Sabha. But we don't expect such type of resignations from such tall leaders in the country. And they are the people, they have to be there, and it is the responsibility of those tall leaders to keep on giving the better directions to the remaining members in the parliament. But anyways, he might have felt highly emotional by looking at the continuous disruptions of the parliament, right? But otherwise, for this question, the answer is L.K. Advani, right? Next. Okay, so this is the question, and the answer is L.K. Advani. Right? Am I clear? Yes. Now, let's go further. Look at this. Visibility is the first temptation. This is what said by the Chief Justice of India yesterday. What exactly is the problem here? If you look at the Constitution of India, Article 47 mentions about the prohibition of intoxicated drinks and drugs. Meaning, so the liquor also comes under this category, and the liquor has to be prohibited by the state. State in the sense, kindly go to article number 12 and 36. Please read the meaning of the word state. Okay. So, but what is happening, if you look at some of the states in India, so they have prohibited the liquor, right? So maybe, for example, this Gujarat, or this recently this Kerala, or Bihar, right? So these are all the states which have prohibited the liquor, and of course there are some states in the country which have prohibited the liquor, and again they have reintroduced the liquor. But otherwise, what happens is that it is a responsibility of the state to protect the health of the people by prohibiting the intoxicated drinks and drugs. But otherwise, what is happening throughout India in majority of the states, this liquor is generating lots of revenue to the state governments. And the idea of the state government is that the more is the revenue, the more you can spend for the developmental activities. That is the basic idea with respect to the state governments. Clear? That is the reason why some states implement this, some states don't implement this. That is up to them. But the problem is that while you are traveling, you might have seen on our state highways, in every state, on our state highways, and also on the national highways, on the roadside, you can see these liquor shops. And the liquor shops are there, and the liquor is served in various restaurants. Is it not a temptation? And across the road, you can see very clearly, on the sides of the road, you can see very clearly, the hoardings are there. Meaning, so these advertisements are also being given, so with respect to this liquor. Of course, you may be generating some revenue, that's a different thing. But the people who got habituated to this drinking, they get tempted so easily. That's the reason why if a person starts taking the liquor, it is very difficult for that person to stop taking the liquor. Am I clear? Once you start, so that will keep on continuing. That is the reason why it is always better for the people to stay away from such type of things. Am I clear? So that will unnecessarily waste time, that will unnecessarily waste energy, and that will spoil the health. So many people will die, so because of the various complications. Clear? So liver is one important organ in the body, and that will also get a damage, and the problems will be, this plenty of problems will be occurring. Right? Of course, over a period of time, it will happen. So, but what is happening? The people who got habituated to this, imagine somebody is traveling over, this on a state highway or national highway. Obviously, so right. So there is an advertisement, and that becomes a temptation. Clear? This is what is said by Supreme Court yesterday. Meaning, the people are traveling for longer distances. And when this hoarding is there, advertisement is there, or liquor shop is there, some restaurant which is serving this one, this liquor, obviously, so the people may get tempted, and they will stop the vehicle, and they will have it, and they will drive. Clear? And driving after drinking is really a very, 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 very serious problem. Clear? Right? So it's not just for this person, even for the other people, without their mistake, they will also meet with the accident. Clear? The complete this um, uh, the problems will be there, and nothing will be there in the control if the person takes lots of drink, and the accident will occur. And who is responsible for this? That is the reason why in the year 2007 only, Supreme Court made it very, very clear that central government must give the directions to the states, and see that on the roadsides, these liquor shops should not be there. But it was 2007, and today it is 2016. We are coming to an end, right? So 2016, even today also, the number has not been reduced, rather the number of liquor shops have been increased. So is it not a matter of serious concern? That is the reason why yesterday Supreme Court made it very, very clear that these liquor shops that are present on the roadsides must be evacuated by this March 31st. But meaning up to March 31st they can continue, and after that renewal of the license should not be permitted. Am I clear? So this is how it happens. In fact, who should take the decision on this? Is it the government or the Supreme Court? It is the government's responsibility to take care of the people, because the government is not acting. It is the judiciary that is acting. Am I clear? So is it not a shame to the states? So to get these periodical reminders from the Supreme Court. Right. So that is the reason why, even today also we have lots of belief in the so-called the Supreme Court. Clear? And what are the directions that are given by the Supreme Court, that should be accepted, and it was the ruling that was given by the Supreme Court. And during that time only, the Chief Justice of India, Justice T.S. Tagore, said that, right, visibility is the first temptation. The moment you look at something, right, the liquor, the people will get tempted, and they will nicely stop the vehicle and keep on taking the liquor, right? And that is causing lots of problems. Okay, so hence that should be avoided completely, and completely, right? Because the states are not taking action, Supreme Court had to interfere, and the ruling has been given. Am I clear? Right. Fine. So that is the reason why, definitely, because these are the orders of the Supreme Court. From April 1st, 2017 onwards, when we travel on the state highways or the national highways, definitely we don't see these liquor shops. So that's a good news for all the people in the country, and that's a good news for the nation. So hopefully the Supreme Court of India will come out with so many aspects like this. Last time also we have discussed about the national anthem. It is nicely happening, right? It's nicely happening. And of course I also went to a movie, right? So after that one, right, so all the people who are there in the cinema theater, they stood up, right? So meaning is simple, you are making them to pay respects to our national anthem and the national flag. Really wonderful. That's the reason why we always salute to the Supreme Court. So hopefully in future also Supreme Court will come out with various rulings like this, and the conduct and the attitude of the people should be placed in a very disciplined manner. Hopefully India will achieve this, and India will also learn very soon, because the people who are present in India are very intelligent people, and we abide by the Constitution. The only thing is that majority of the people do not know the Constitution. But the rulings of the Supreme Court time and again like this will educate the people in a better manner, and India will become more disciplined. And I wish so. We all wish so. So with this positive note, my dear close friends, I will take leave of you now, and I'll see you in the next class with more current affairs. Till then, I wish you all very good luck. Thank you so much for being with me. Good night.